Hey guys, before this book haul gets started, I just wanted to say that my stationery brand, Ink Outside the Box, currently has a deal on for this week only, where if you use the code FRESHERS2021, you can get an academic planner and a wall planner for just £10 in a bundle. So get on it, head to the link down below to check it out, and on with the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my second channel. Welcome to Jack in the Books. Today I'm coming to you with a bit of a book haul of some books that I bought recently. Basically because I am moving abroad in a week, which is terrifying, by the way. Oh, we're joined by a guest today, by the way. And basically, normally I would buy my books as and when I'm sort of working on a video, but because I'm moving away to a country where English is not the primary language, and therefore the books won't all be in English, I basically had to kind of pre-plan a lot of my main channel videos for the next like 2 months, and I'm basically gonna be taking a suitcase full of books. So today I thought I would share with you the books that I've bought and give you a little teaser of what videos are coming up on my main channel. So hope that works, hope that's all good. Let's get into the book haul. Firstly, I have this book called Blueitz by Maggie Nelson. This is a book that winds its way through depression, divinity, alcohol, and desire. Sounds up my street. Visiting lots of famous figures from the blues. So that's really interesting. This is for a video that I'm doing on books that supermodels have recommended. So that's coming up. Another book for that video is this one, Joan Didion's The White Album. I recently read Slouching Towards Bethlehem by Joan Didion and really enjoyed it, and I think this is like the cult classic Joan Didion book, so I'm very intrigued to read this one. I think they're kind of generally about like LA and the American psyche and the 60s, and so I'm very intrigued to read this. Next up, a book that I've just started reading, and that is Dune. This is science fiction, which I'm not gonna lie, isn't normally my thing. This is for a video that I'm doing on Timothée Chalamet, probably my most requested video, so you know, who am I to deny what the people want? I would say the first 5 to 10% I was just not vibing with it, and then after that point I've actually got a bit hooked now and I am enjoying it quite a lot, so I'm intrigued to see where this goes, and I will be going to see the movie as well. I think I can see how this is so cinematic, although very complicated to turn this book into a film, so very intrigued to see how they do that. But Dune. Next book is this one, Don Quixote. Oh my lord, this is a beast. This is for a video that I'm doing on Joe from You. To be honest with you, I don't know if this video is actually going to make it to your subscription boxes because the books have arrived and they're so big, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get through these. The next book is called The Architect's Apprentice. So this is all about the scheming of animal tamers, deceitful courtiers, and the mischievous princess. They travel to the furthest corners of the Sultan's kingdom and to war, but one day they meet the royal architect. So that honestly hasn't told me that much, but I'm intrigued to read this. Sounds pretty cool. Next book is a book that I've got from multiple videos, so both Timothée Chalamet and Joe from You have recommended this, and this is Crime and Punishment. This obviously is such a classic and a book that I feel like is on my reading bucket list, you know, books to read before I die. I mean, hopefully this book isn't the thing that ends me, but we'll see. One of the greatest and most readable novels ever written. We shall see about that. I'm intrigued. Next up, and this is another one for Timothée Chalamet, this is called And Then the End Will Come. And I had a little look inside, and it's kind of like, this is the format. Sort of every sentence is followed by a line break. So actually, this is probably quite a lot shorter than it looks. So hopefully that'll be a bit of a quick read. I think it's all about religion. Most people at one time or another have wondered about the end times. Why is this thing going to go down? What kind of crazy stuff can we expect before Christ returns? Do we need to rent some angel wings to know how to play the harp? I mean, I can't say that's a question that's ever crossed my mind before, but what if we've been asking the wrong questions all along? What if there was a question that could cut through all of the opinion and clutter and divisiveness of the end times? This goes directly to the words of Jesus to pose an entirely different question. Who are we becoming right now, and who will we be if and when the world begins to come apart at the hinges? Do you know what? This is a book I would never ever in a million years have picked up, but that's what I love about making these videos, is that I pick up things that I would never normally read, and so I end up, I think, widening my knowledge and challenging myself, pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and who knows, this could end up being a favourite, but I'm gonna give it a bloody good go. This is another book that I've got for a video. This is called Many Lives, Many Masters, and this is a book recommended by Kylie Jenner. My Kendall Jenner video is the biggest on my main channel, and so I'm doing a part 2 on books that Kylie Jenner has recommended, and this is one of them. In fact, there's 2 books by this author, but this is the only one I've got so far. Next, oh my god, this one is so huge. Oh my lord. I think my copy of the Bible is shorter than this. This is The Count of Monte Cristo. The victim of a miscarriage of justice, Dantes is fired by a desire for retribution and empowered by a stroke of providence. In his campaign of vengeance, he becomes an anonymous agent of fate. The sensational narrative of intrigue, betrayal, escape and triumphant revenge moves at a cracking pace. I think it's going to need to move at a cracking pace because holy fucking hell, the writing is so small. Jesus, oh my god, the writing is tiny. Do you know what? I feel like this might be a book that I read with an audiobook as a companion because sometimes I find that having someone like perform the writing as you read it really helps stay focused. Holy moly. Okay, this is what I mean by the Joe from You video is going to take me some time and I'm nervous that I'll give up. So we'll see, we'll see. The next book is a nice little short one. Oh, this and The Architect's Apprentice are for a video that I'm doing on a book club set up by the UK royal family. Bit rogue, but yeah. This is called The Red Notebook. He was about to commit a forbidden act, a transgression, for a man should never go through a woman's handbag. This bookseller comes across an abandoned handbag on a Parisian street and feels impelled to return it to its owner. The bag contains no phone or contact information, but a small red notebook with handwritten thoughts and jottings reveals a person that they would very much like to meet. Ooh, okay, that sounds cool. It's kind of like a novella, it's really not very long. It's, yeah, under 200 pages, which is right up my street. So intrigued to read that, The Red Notebook. It's described as a gem on the cover. Can't wait. Next book has a really cool cover. It's called Their Eyes Were Watching God. This is by Zora Neale Hurston, but introduced by Zadie Smith, and I really love Zadie Smith's writing. She wrote this collection of essays during the pandemic called Intimations, and it's awesome. It's so good. I feel like it perfectly captures that beginning of the pandemic feeling. She was like living in New York and she was kind of observing the empty New York streets, which is really cool. Anyways, so I'm intrigued to read Zadie Smith's commentary on this, but this is another book recommended by Timothée Chalamet. As you can tell, he's recommended quite a lot. When at 16, Janie is caught kissing shiftless Johnny Taylor, her grandmother swiftly marries her off to an old man with 60 acres. Jenny endures 2 stifling marriages before she finally meets the man of her dreams, who offers not diamonds, but a packet of flowering seeds. How interesting! I am really looking forward to diving into Timothée Chalamet's reading recommendations, so this is one of them. Okay, 3 more books. Next up we have Stephen King's The Shining. I recently read Misery by Stephen King and really enjoyed it, and I would like to read more of his work. And I'm reading this book because, as I said before, I'm doing a video on books that supermodels have recommended, and there's this really, I would say, misogynistic article about the Hadid sisters. So it's about Bella and Gigi, and the article headline is like, the Hadid sisters are carrying books around as accessories. And I was like, maybe they're just reading them. Like, maybe it's not the hot new accessory to be carrying a book. Maybe they were just reading the book and they were carrying it with them. Because like, I carry a book around with me regularly and I don't think of it as like an accessory or me trying to like show off how intellectual I am because I'm reading. It's just like a convenience thing. Like I'm carrying it because I'm reading it. And the 2 books they were carrying, I might get this the wrong way around, but I'm pretty sure Gigi was carrying The Stranger or The Outsider by Albert Camus, and then Bella was carrying The Shining by Stephen King. Obviously this is a horror classic and I really want to read it, so this is the perfect opportunity to do so. These videos are so great for me because there are so many books that I really want to read, like Crime and Punishment and The Shining, which I don't think I would ever go out of my way to actually pick up and read, but they're books that are kind of, like I said before, on my reading bucket list, and so these books kind of forced me to do it, kick me up the backside, so that's exciting. Next book is this one for the same video, Letters to a Young Poet, and this is a little black classic, which is fantastic because that means it won't take me long to read. Not that it's all about the reading length, but when I'm trying to make content on a weekly basis, it helps to have a few short ones that I can fit in, because it just means I can get through more books. So, Letters to a Young Poet. And finally, this is a book that I've always wanted to read, and this is On the Road by Jack Kerouac. An absolute American classic. The description says, oh, there isn't one. It's obviously such a classic, they just said, we don't even need to give this a description. But the back has a quote from the book, so I'll read that. It says, the only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time. The ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the stars. Are you kidding me? A human being thought of those words in that order and put... This is why I freaking love reading. That is beautiful. Damn, okay, I really want to read this. I can't even remember which video this is for. Possibly Joe from You. I think Joe from You. So there we go, Jack Kerouac on the road ends this book haul. Thank you so much for watching this book haul. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, you can subscribe down below. What should they do, Arch? Subscribe down below. Yeah, you're right. They should. That's exactly what they should do. Well done. All of those videos will be coming out on my main channel over the next couple of months. I'm so buzzing to share with you where I'm moving to and what my next steps are. There are a few more videos that are coming out on this channel that I've pre-filmed, like when I was back at my old flat, so those will be coming out. Nothing is in chronological order, everything you see on the internet is fake. But for now, thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye!